Hello and welcome. Now I'd like to talk about this fantastic G-Shock here, which is the GD350. So this is a very big chunky watch. Just to compare it with something, this is the GWM5610, the square G-Shock here. So you see the GD350 is so much bigger, thicker. So this G-Shock is a heavyweight, although it's very light. But you know, it's big. The square is just small compared to this. And there are several things I like about it a lot. First of all, I like the display. So this has got a negative display, but because the digits are very thick and big and they have a yellowish color, it's actually very easy to read the display under most lighting conditions and also indoors. This is really the best negative display I have ever seen on a watch, really. If you compare it to the positive display, it's almost just as legible. I had the negative display version of this square G-Shock, but I returned it. I couldn't keep it because it was so legibility on that watch was like horrible. It was extremely hard to see the time in under any lighting circumstances or lighting conditions, and yeah, it was horrible. So, but the negative display on this one is pretty good. I like it, and you know, the whole watch is black and also the display is black, so it's really, it looks very cool, very stealthy, and especially with this Bullbar, which comes from jaydandkeys from eBay. You know, it looks great. It's fantastic. I like the big light backlight button. It's hard to see the backlight. Will you please focus? Yeah. Because what I wish the square G-Shock had is a big dedicated backlight button. Like this small button here. Yeah, it's not very hard to press it, but a big backlight button like this is something I like. Okay, so the display is what I like, the big backlight button, and also the functionality of this watch. And yeah, I have quite a few watches now, and I really like to have watches which are in some way special. Either they have some special, or at least for me, special functionality, or look somehow very appealing to me. This one is really both. So it looks very appealing to me, and it has a very nice special functionality, which is the vibration alarm, or vibration, yeah, so it can vibrate, which is very useful. So you can set an alarm and it will vibrate. You can set it to vibrate or beep and flash, but I set it on vibrate. So when the alarm is up, you know, it's gonna vibrate, and also when you set a timer and the timer is up, so it's 0, when the timer goes down to 0, then it vibrates, and this vibration is really useful. It's super useful because, of course, you can, you know, these divers have the timing bezel, or yeah, you can use it as a of course as a like a stopwatch to measure elapsed time, but you can also use it as a timer. So like I say from 5 minutes from now. Okay, I set the timer 5 minutes from now, but the problem is I always have to keep checking my watch. Is the minute hand already there? And if I forget checking the watch, it has happened a lot of times that I just try to use my dive watch as a timer, but then I forgot to check it, and next time I looked at my watch, I was already 5 or 10 minutes late. And it's quite bad when you are, you know, baking a pizza or making some tea. You really have to be punctual with the time. So what I like with this, I set a timer, and when the timer is down to 0, it reminds me with the vibration, and I don't have to keep looking at the watch. I don't forget. I won't forget when the timer is up. So this is very nice about it. And also you can use it, at least I use it sometimes as a to wake me up in the morning, you know, because it vibrates, it won't wake up my wife. So it's really, the vibration function is really very extremely practical on this watch, and I just like it. I dig it. Okay. The other thing, yeah, and by the way, you can start the timer just by pressing this button here. Now it's set to 12 minutes, which is needed for pizza, frozen pizza. Yeah, and you can just start it with this, and you see the timer is going here, and you also see the current time. So this is a very nice functionality. So if we go into the menu, then you have a world time, which is set to San Francisco right now. You have some alarms. You have 5 alarms, and one of them is snooze alarm. So it's like alarm 5 can be snooze, or yeah, it can be snooze. The other alarms are 1 time. Okay, let's go. This is the stopwatch, timer. This is where you can set the timer. So I just stop it now. Oops, let's just set it back. So the other nice thing, if you have a stopwatch running, let's start it, and you go back to the timekeeping screen. Then, oh no, I mean, yeah, if your stopwatch is running, you can still see the current time up here, which is just very nice. I really wish this Square G-Shock had this functionality, because on this one, if I'm on the stopwatch screen or stopwatch display, I cannot see the current time, and it's just so disturbing. But on this one, on this G-Shock, if I'm running a stopwatch, I can still see the current time. And also, yeah, let's just start it, or reset it, I mean. Timer, the same thing. You start a timer, you see the current time up there. So it's very useful. And also, the third functionality I really like is that it has an auto backlight function. So now auto backlight is on. You see? And according to the manual, if you turn on auto backlight, it will turn itself off after 6 hours. So it can be either practical or impractical for you, because you know it's not a solar power watch. So you have to swap the battery, and if you use the vibration and the backlight a lot, you have to replace the battery sooner. So by automatically turning off the auto backlight function after 6 hours, the watch saves battery. So yeah, this is one thing. So the nice thing is you can turn on the auto backlight for the night, and then by the morning it is already turned off, and you don't have to separately turn it off, I mean manually. So that's I think that's actually a good feature, a nice feature. And one more thing. Yeah, you can set the time, but actually the thing I want to show is that you can set it to, you can set the backlight to either 1 second or 3 seconds or 5 seconds. So it's very nice to have 3 options for the backlight. Here you can set vibration or flash, and which means the display flashes and the watch beeps. I keep it on vibration. You know what, actually, let's just demonstrate it. Okay, now it's on flash. So this is the vibration demo, and the vibration is strong enough, so it's very easy to feel the vibration. When it vibrates, I always feel it, so I never missed the vibration. And how do you alarm? Somehow you can somehow you can test the flash and beeping, but how? Ah, like that. Okay, like that. Yeah, let's put it on the wrist. Oh, the other thing, the big buttons. These big buttons here are so much nicer than these small little buttons on the square G-Shock. So the square G-Shock is very nice because it's solar, it's got all the functions, but this one beats it because, you know, because of the vibration, because it displays the current time even when you have a stopwatch or timer running. It's just so easy, so practical. Okay, big watch, but very, very nice. Now the backlight is very bright, so if you want to use it during a, you know, stealth mission, which is probably during the night, this watch, the backlight of this watch is going to give you away, because it is in the darkness. It's like a flashlight, it's so bright. So you check the time in darkness, everybody will see that something lights up, you know. Of course I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. Yeah, what else is there to say? To sum it up, why I like this watch? Why? The best negative display I have ever seen. Vibration. You can see the current time when you are running a stopwatch or a timer. Big buttons. Big backlight button. Auto backlight feature. And you can set the backlight to last for 1 second or 3 or 5 seconds. So really, it's great. And word time, it's just a nice extra. 5 alarms. Very, very nice watch. And actually this silicone band is also quite good. And these wings here, they are here because the watch is more comfortable with these wings, and as I can confirm, these wings make the watch really very, very comfortable. Yeah, I know some people complain about this button here. Why is it like special? Doesn't bother me. I think, you know, it starts the timer, which is one of the specialties of this watch. So I think it's alright that there is a special button for the special function. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Very, very nice watch. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.